What's going on, guys? Chaos Marine here, and I'm bringing you a commentary over some very, very old Gears of War 3 gameplay. Now, I know I've been gone for a while. It's, kind of my bad. I'm sorry. I'm in the Marine Corps right now, and stuff's got me busy. It's got me busy, so what can I do? So I'm hoping to start back on this YouTube thing. I'm going to start editing, and I'm going to do this series, which I'm going to introduce to you guys now. This series, I don't have a catchy name for it or anything, but it's going to be about boot camp, Marine Corps boot camp. So if any of you guys are planning on joining or are already enlisted to go to boot camp or anything like that for any of the services, right? Not just the Marine Corps, but this series will hopefully help you out because the Marine Corps boot camp is the hardest boot camp in the Department of Defense. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Marine, I'm saying it because it's fact, people, you could look up on the internet or whatever. There are senators and people that are in the Department of Defense that say that it is. So, I'll give you guys tips and tricks and all that stuff to help survive boot camp and all that stuff, things that I've done. I'm not going to brag or anything, but I was pretty successful in boot camp. I graduated as squad leader. I freaking got meritoriously promoted while I was at boot camp. And I'm the platoon commander right now where I'm stationed in 29 Palms. So, it works out good. I'm pretty squared away. So I'm going to give you guys an overview on the series that I'm going to have. So basically, Marine Corps boot camp is a total of 13 weeks long. There's phase 1, which is where you're learning to be a recruit. Phase 2, which is where you're being a recruit. And phase 3, which is where you're learning how to be a Marine. And within all this 13 weeks of training, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's real busy. Real hectic all the time. And you always have something to do. But the thing that you could guarantee in boot camp, things that you could look for, is you get 3 meals a day, no matter where you are. You have to get 3 meals a day, and you are mandatory to get freaking 8 hours of sleep, unless you're in the field. But for the most part, you're not in the field, so you get 8 hours of sleep as a recruit. So that's good. So I'm gonna give you guys a basic overview of each of these phases, and then when the series actually starts, I'm gonna go in depth week by week of how that week is like, what you can do, and all this stuff, how to prepare yourself for boot camp. First of all, before you go to boot camp, it would make life a lot easier if you are in shape. Like, don't get me wrong, there are fat people that go to boot camp that aren't in shape, and then by the end they lose like 1,000,000 freaking pounds, or Marines. But like, you'll have such an easier time if you could run and all this stuff. So before you go to boot camp, they make you take an IST, which is an initial strength test. So if you do well on that, you're set already. The IST consists of a 1.5 mile run, pull-ups, and sit-ups. Now for a perfect score, I don't even know how fast the run has to be. We don't take ISTs anymore. We take PFTs. But the IST, I believe, has to be... I'm so bad at this right now. I think it has to be 9 minutes for a perfect score on the run. 20 pull-ups and 100 crunches in 2 minutes. And that's a perfect score. So if you could do that while you're going into boot camp, then you're going to be fucking... The PT is going to be easy for you. Like, I'm not even kidding. The PT here is not that hard. It honestly isn't, right? Boot camp is all a mental game. So let's break down phase 1 really quickly. So you have receiving week, and then you have the rest of your training days for that phase. And what they emphasize a lot in phase 1 is drill, close order drill, which is if you've ever seen the silent drill platoon, it's basically that, marching and rifle manual and all that stuff, and precision and accuracy. That's what it's all about. You do that for like 8 hours a day, and I'm not even kidding you. Another thing is every day you will have class, every single day for at least 2 hours. They have class, right? And a lot of people ask me, what are Sundays like in freaking boot camp? It's your relaxing day. Like, I'm not saying that they let you do whatever the fuck you want, but like in the morning, unless you're stupid, go to church. They have a variety of choices you could go to, right? But go to church. There's no drill instructors there, none, zero. They're not allowed to be there while you're in church. So that's why a lot of people went to church. You go there for like until lunchtime, and then you get back and you clean the rest of the day, and that's basically it. All right. So, basic thing over boot camp. What helped me survive was living chow by chow. Chow is food, all right? Fucking fuck it. So you have chow in the morning, all right? That's when you know, all right, my day is just starting. Chow, noon chow, which is, you know, I'm halfway through the day, and then evening chow, which is, all right, the day's over. All I got to do is, you know, get ready and all this stuff. Excuse me. And that's basically it. Now, phase 2, where you're being a recruit, is the toughest part of boot camp. Like, not even questionable. That's the fucking hardest. That's where you become a Marine, right? Like, you get through phase 2, then you're good to go. Phase 2, it consists of hikes and a lot of IT, which is extensive training, and I'll talk about that when I get into the breakdown of the weeks. But yeah, phase 2 sucks, right? If you didn't know that Marines hike a lot, well, we fucking hike a lot. So be prepared to have anywhere between 60 to 80 pounds on your back, and hiking up. If you're on the West Coast, hiking up mountains. If you're on the East Coast, I don't know what they do. They hike on flat land or some shit. But these hikes range from 3 miles to, I believe, 9 miles. 8 miles. 8 miles in phase 2. Then phase 3, where you're learning how to be a Marine. You get your uniforms. You know, that's a fucking great time there. You get your inspection. You do the crucible, which is where you become a Marine. You get your Eagle Globe and Anchor. You do your last hike up the Reaper, or on the East Coast, you walk around for fucking 11 miles. And then you go and you graduate. You become a Marine. All right. So that's real simple. What it's like. Like I said, I'm gonna break it down in depth, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this series. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, go ahead, put them in the comments section. I'll make sure to read every single one. If you have any tips on how to make this better, I already have it planned out how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw in pictures, and I'm gonna throw in videos and all that stuff to help you guys visually see it instead of just me talking about it. But you know, it's gonna be a good time. I enjoy the Marine Corps. I love my job, and if you guys are planning on joining, you know, then good on you. Serving your country is always a good thing. But you know, my word fumbling is very, very bad. I'm sorry. I'm doing this like in one take, and I'm trying not to fuck it up. But I just did. But other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna probably post this later tonight. So I'll see you guys around. Peace.